What's Sumolings? It's Lindsay from AppSumo. Thank you for joining us for another product webinar. We're going to get to today's product in just a minute, but I want to give everybody a second to trickle in. Today, I'm joined by the team at Social Animal. We have Nadin, who is the co-founder, and he's going to be our walkthrough, and we have Alex, he is the CEO. Social Animal is a web tracking tool that analyzes top performing content and authors for detailed insights on your choice topics or keywords. It's an intuitive and game-changing tool for your business, and we're very excited to do it today. Social Animal is available right now on AppSumo, starting at just $69. And so before I turn this over for the walkthrough, I just want to tell you 3 quick things. First, Sumolings, we want to get to know you better, and we want to know why you're interested in this tool. So Shroom, you can go ahead and tell us a little bit about your business and what you want to learn during this webinar. If you have any questions about the tool, how to get set up, or anything about the deal, go ahead and those questions in the Q&A box down below. We will circle back to those questions at the end of the walkthrough. And finally, we will send out a replay not long after we're done recording. So just in case you're late, or if you want to rewatch this, if you feel pressured to take notes or you need help, don't worry. You'll be able to watch this again. All right, let's get started. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Okay. Hey, Sumolings. This is Naren. I'm the. Oops. You can hear me, right? Hello?
Yes, I can.
Yes. Okay. Hey, Sumolings. This is Naren. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Social Animal. As you have, as Lindsay has already given an intro, Social Animal is a content intelligence platform. It helps content marketers and social media marketers to grow any brand through content marketing and social media marketing. And we help, there are several use cases for Social Animal, and it's a very feature rich product with a lot of use cases, and no two users use Social Animal in the exact same way because of the different types of use cases that is available. So I'll quickly walk through Social Animal more like a demo, so that I can show all the features and use cases of Social Animal and how it can be used. And it can appeal to certain people. For example, say if you're an influencer marketer, then we have an influencer module, which can be more useful to you compared to, let's say, if you are a Facebook marketer, then a Facebook search feature could be more useful for you. So it depends. So I'm going to quickly walk through all the features, so that you know how rich the tool is. That is one thing. And then I also have Alex, my teammate, who's the customer success manager, join the call. So he will be kind of trying to answer your questions in the chat box, but I'll also be at the end, be able to answer if anything you have outside of this. And also I've tried to answer as many questions as possible on the deal page in the questions section, as well as I've added a couple of pinned posts with FAQs. But I'm sure there will be a lot more questions about the product. So I'm happy to answer at the end. So let's get started. So this is I hope you're able to see my screen. So this is as soon as you create an account. So this is what you will see on the onboarding screen on Social Animal. So first question is we just ask what your how you're going to use Social Animal for. Just for so that we can send some personalized help articles for you. So you can skip this, or you can select it. And then this is very important. So this is a screen, onboarding screen, where you enter keywords and competitors. So these are actually the alerts. You can change this later in your dashboard, but this is what is alerts in your deal. So one AppSumo code comes with 10 alerts. It includes keywords and competitors. And it can be so as you stack, you get 10 alerts per code. So for 2 codes, you get 20 alerts. For 3 codes, you get 30 alerts, and so on. So it depends on how many keywords and competitors you want to monitor. So if you are a small business, or you are a solopreneur or a blogger, you may just you may need say fewer number of keywords and competitors. But let's say you are an agency, then you may need a lot more keywords and competitors. So let's enter some keywords. Let's say I'm going to enter content strategy as one keyword. And then I'm going to enter cryptocurrency as another keyword. So I'm just entering 2 keywords. And then for competitor, I can add a website and their, competitor brand name and their domain. So here I'm going to add, say, ahrefs, ahrefs.com, and then let's say I add .com, and then I'm just clicking, let's roll. So after you click on that, so this is as soon as you click on this, so we have some onboarding information here, so that we try to showcase you what is available here, and then you can actually so that you're not lost. So we kind of give an overview, it's more of a product tour. So you can see why what are the filters, and then what are the other options available here. But anyway, I'm going to walk you through this, so you can see that. Okay. And then so here, so what I did is that whatever keyword I entered first, so we are seeing results for that as soon as you sign in. And then if you want to see more, if you want the 2 words to appear together, you can click on that option that I just clicked, so that content strategy appears together, so you see more results. So this is available for any keyword that has more than 1 or 2 as more than 1 word. This is the article section. So we have dashboard, which we can probably you know what, we'll first look at dashboard and then come to articles. This is dashboard. So these are all the keywords I first entered when when we just came into the tool. So here cryptocurrency and then content strategy are the 2 keywords I entered, and competitors are, you can find them here. So for keywords, you can see so here we have 2 tabs, which is what's hot and mentions. In what's hot, what you have is in the last 1 week, what are all the most popular content for this particular keywords that you have entered, and we show them right on your screen. So we are not just the content. This is popular articles, and then we also show popular influencers, and then we show popular domains, we show popular authors, and then we show popular Facebook posts on this particular keyword. Okay. And then you can from here you can so this is going to be very rich every time you come in, because let's say this gets updated, any content that gets a lot of shares will automatically come here. And this is this section is very important, because this is where you get the from where you get the daily digest emails. So you don't have to even come into Social Animal every day. If you set up these keywords here, then every day at 9 a.m. EST during weekdays, you get a daily digest with all the recent popular articles for the keywords that you have entered here, keywords and competitors. So what's hot shows the last 1 week. Same thing for competitors in the last 1 week, what are all the content that got published and how many, not recent, but most popular content. So if you want the recent content, then you would go to the mentions. So the mentions tab has anybody who has mentioned the keyword or your competitor in their article body, then it shows up here. So this is the mention. The difference between mentions and what's hot is the mentions when you look at mentions, right? The content that shows up here is the keyword could be inside the article body. It need not be in the title. And here we do not look at the engagement. So here you can see the engagement is not great, because these are recent mentions. You can see all these articles got published today or yesterday, so they have not gotten many shares. So but in what's hot, you will see that it is the content is more it has gotten more shares comparatively. Okay, it depends on the keyword again. And then let's go to the articles tab. So in articles tab, you can okay, in dashboard there is one other thing called projects. You can add your own projects, and you can also you can save your posts, you can save articles, you can save influencers, you can save Facebook posts, so that you can easily get later on you can go and then collect the information and then analyze or whatever, right? And then so here I'm going to create a new project. So I'm going to just say content strategy is my new project. So I'm just creating a new project. So once I create a new project, so I'm going to so the project is created content strategy. and then I've not saved any article, or I've not also uploaded articles for tracking. Here I can add articles to track, right? So you can track the articles, or or saved articles you can see here. I'll just show that in a minute. And then you can save influencers, and you can save Facebook posts. Okay. And then for articles, so what happens is, and for the AppSumo is a like I showed, like that's a competitor that I entered, right? So similarly, like you can enter your competitor here, and then let's say you can create a project for your, let's say, competitor name, or you can create a project for your let's say your client name or whatever. And the projects is unlimited. Like you can have as many projects as you like, and you can save articles so that you can be better organized. And when it comes to content, like articles tab, right? So in the articles tab, you can look for you can look for a keyword, and then so here you can, from a content marketing standpoint, you can find unlimited content ideas. You can find what's working in your industry. You can keep keep updated on that. And then if let's say you have you want to curate content for your social media channels, and then you don't know what to curate, and then you can find unlimited content ideas from Social Animal. And the best part about Social Animal is that it's not just some random content, it is actual popular content. So what happens is, you all the, for any keyword, right, you get all the very popular content which you can curate for your audience depending on your industry. And then there is also like content aggregation, and then you can then you can do you can find influencers who you can reach out to, and then find reach out to them, and then ask them to amplify your content. You can find what your competitor is producing, what type of content they're producing, and what type of content is working for them. And you can also find the exact people who have shared that content, so that you can go reach out to them and say, hey, you have shared this competitor's content, we have created something better, like why don't you share our content? So something like that. And then we can also so for content creation, like you can see well, I analyze headlines and see why a headline has worked, and so all this. So we'll go one by one, and then you can also do content distribution, so which type of content you can distribute, and then how to distribute it the best. Okay. So let me go for let's say, since I gave an example of cryptocurrency, right? I'll do cryptocurrency. Like you see suggestions coming up. So when I do cryptocurrency, you can see these are all the top content for the word cryptocurrency in the last 1 year. And so if you look at it, we have about 35,000 pieces of content, which most shared content, right? So let's say I can use the time filters on the side to find what type of I mean in the last month, 3 month, week, 24 hours, for this particular keyword. And then you can find use all these filters, right? So you can find content type, you can filter by content type, if you want just only listicles or infographics or how-to guides, you can do that. And then you can, one thing that is very cool about our which is very unique to Social Animal, is deep search. So with deep search, what you can do is you can here, what I'm necessarily doing here is, when I search here, I'm just searching the article title. So you can see the word cryptocurrency in the article title as it's been highlighted. So in deep search, you can add, we can actually, you can look for a particular keyword in the article body. So that is something which is very unique to us. And then you can do a filter only results from a particular domain. And then you can do author, you can find content from only from certain authors. And then we have TLD filter. So if you want content from only a specific language or from specific domains, then you can do TLD filters. And then word count, let's say you want to only find articles that are more than 1,000 words long, then you can use this word count filter. And then we have language filters, so that you can, let's say if it is some other language query you are searching, then you can use the language filters. And then we also have sentiment, where you can find positive, negative, or neutral articles. Let's say so let me show you deep search, which is very interesting. And then here is the article, and before that, here is the article, right? So if you look at this article, right, so you can see without even looking at opening the article, I can know. So these are all the tags, or actually the co-occurring keywords that are inside the article, which we process using our NLP engine, which is called natural language processing. So what we do is that we extract this information, which is actually entities, from each and every article. Even so, you will know what this article talks about even before clicking on the on the article and going in. So that is something. And then where an article unit has all this information. So this was written by Chris Deville, and then it was published date, and then you have the number of words this article has, and then like all the entities, and then from which website it came, it was published on, and then the social engagement, right, on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and then Reddit. And then you can use headline analyzer to analyze headlines, and then you can add to compare two different articles. I'm going to like maybe quickly show a couple of options here. So let's do deep search, right? So let's say all the articles that talk about cryptocurrency that mention about, let's say, Ethereum. I hope the spelling is correct. So I can apply filter, and then what will happen is that, yeah, so these are all the articles that in the last 3 months that have cryptocurrency in the title and Ethereum in the article body. So you can do that. So you can find out like this. You can like find specific so that you can narrow down the results, and you can search without losing context, because we not only look at the article title, we also look at the article body. So that is something you can do. And then you can also do like say you can do domain searches as well. But before that, I want to show, like, say let's take a particular article and see view sharers. So if you look at click on view sharers, so these are all the exact users on Twitter that have actually shared this particular piece of content. So yeah, you can do this for any article. So what happens is that when you know, like, okay, so this particular users are really interested in Acon's cryptocurrency. So you can similarly for your content, or you're in your niche, like you can find who are the exact people who are actually sharing the content, and then like maybe reach out to them, and then form partnerships. And then this is where it's save articles, right? So you can save articles in your project. So I click on it, then it shows all the projects I have. So since content strategy was a project I created earlier, I just click on it, and so the content is now saved. It save article changed to saved. So the article will be there in the dashboard, which we will go and see after some time. And then you can also share articles from here directly to your social media channels. That is curation. So when you click on share article, you either get an option to click on the link, select the link, which you can copy, or you can directly share on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, or we also have direct integration with Buffer and Hootsuite. So you can directly the linking these accounts will be just once. You just link the account, and then you can easily curate content to your social media channels. Okay. And then and then you can sort this based on engagement. Let's say you want like here, like by default it's sorted by total engagement. Let's say you want to find articles here. You can see like Reddit is not doing great, like most of them. So if you want to sort by Reddit, then you can just sort by Reddit, and then it shows like, okay, these are all the pieces of content that got like for cryptocurrency that got most shared in the last 3 months on Reddit. So this is how you find most shared content. So this is basically article search. And then let's do insights. So if you do insights, so in insights, what we necessarily do is whatever you saw there, right, the articles, we analyze, and then we give you results, like kind of like takeaways about this particular keyword. So every time you use insights, we have this credit system where you will be spending 1 credit. But ideally, for a given keyword, you will not be using insights every day. Like let's say for cryptocurrency, if I'm doing insights today, maybe I may have to like do it after like a few months actually, because it's not going to like maybe change a lot, like maybe at least after a month. So insights is something where we just like crunch all the data, and then we give you like, say, okay, what is the average engagement for this particular keyword? Which network actually performed really well? Because we have 4 networks, looks like Twitter seems to like get a lot of engagement for cryptocurrency. And then which day to post? So Tuesday seems to get a lot of shares. And then what is the average title length? And then we also have like so you can see like if some neat graphs on like when if something happened, and then how's the shares happened. And then you can see like top domains. Like, so these are all the top domains that are sharing content on cryptocurrency that gets a lot of lots of hits or lots of shares. And then you can find like top authors who are like sharing content on cryptocurrency. So you can find like really influential authors. So probably let's say you want to work on a guest post. and then you want somebody to like you want to find top authors who can like actually do guest posts for you, like, or something like that, then you can like reach out to them. And also you do like more content analysis, more graphs, so you can see like which day. So where we are showing Tuesday, right? So we are showing like this is a graph on like for all the days. So what is the how many shares on Twitter, how many on Reddit, and all that. So you can see, and then you can see like what type of content title length, and then content length, and all that. So you know like which type of content is performing, like, I mean, what is the length of the content that is performing well, and all that. So this is insights. So insights, so this is something. And then one other thing that I miss showing is in like a keyword, you can also do a you do a domain. So let's say I want a top shared content from TechCrunch. I can do techcrunch.com. And then let's say in the last 1 month, so these are all the popular articles on TechCrunch. And then like you can see like there are like a lot of articles, and let's say you can do like say cnn.com. You can do any domain, and then you can find like what are all the top shared content from this particular domain in the last like whatever time. And then you can also do domain and keyword combination. Okay. So let's say techcrunch.com, and then let's say my I'll do say cryptocurrency. I'll do cryptocurrency. Yeah. Cryptocurrency. So all these articles on TechCrunch on the topic cryptocurrency sorted by total engagement. So you know exactly. So what has been trending, or like what's been working for this particular domain. So this can be a competitor domain, it can be any domain. So you can find what's working for any domain. So you can slice and dice, and then you can find out a lot of information. So then we looked at articles and insights. And then for influencers, you can do searches which can actually show you like a specific influencers. Let's say if I want to do a specific, like say screenwriter, I'm going to do like say screenwriter. So I'm just doing screenwriter. So you can see like, so we have the, okay. Oh, yeah. So these are all the like actually the accounts that have mentioned in influencer. We have 3 modes. So you have Twitter profile mode, you have shared content mode, and then top authors mode. So when in the Twitter profiles mode, what we necessarily do is we look for this particular keyword in their Twitter bio. So we have more than 110 million Twitter profiles in our database. So what happens is that when every time, and we constantly keep updating it. So for this, so all these users have mentioned or screenwriter in their Twitter bio. So you can see like there are like 15,000 results. So you can use the filters to narrow down, like say name, location, URL, language, whatever, and then like minimum followers, maximum followers, and all that. So if you want to like follow them, you can just link your Twitter account and follow them from here. You can save influencer, which can later on be seen in the project, right? So in content strategy somewhere where I've saved this influencer, and then I can tweet to them, I can add them to a list, and then I can follow them if I want. Okay. And then here followers is the number of followers they have on Twitter, the number of tweets they have made, and how many times they have been listed on. So listed on is, you can, if you're familiar with Twitter, like you can add people to list. So this is a very good metric to find genuine profiles, because only good profiles and which are good actually get listed more. So this is one other metric which you can use. And then let's say we also have like say shared content. So what you can do is that you can here the difference between shared content and Twitter profiles is so anybody can mention anything they want in their Twitter profile, right? Let's say I would mention animal lover in my Twitter profile. I'll really be an animal lover, but I'll be sharing content always on, let's say, content marketing. So I'm more influential on the topic content marketing, because I'm sharing a lot of content about content marketing, right? So that is why we have this shared content mode. So what we can do is, let's say, even for the same keyword, right? For screenwriter, if I'm going to like say do shared content, so these are all the accounts that have shared content on with the word screenwriter in them. So maybe this is not a very good example, but let's say coronavirus. Like, so this is the more recent stuff, right? So we can do like so shared content. So as you can see, like, so this is sorted based on number of followers. So you can see all these accounts have shared content on coronavirus, and then there are like 37,000 of them. And then you can click on view shared links to see the exact link that these accounts have shared. So you can see like all these accounts have shared content with this word. And then you can sort by number of followers, tweets listed on, and then we also have like how many average shares this particular user is able to generate for this particular keyword, and then the number of links they have shared. So here it's 2, 10. So here you can sort by that, so that you can find people who are here. By default we are sorted by followers, but you may want to find people who are like sharing a lot of content on coronavirus. So here, like you can see, Sky News has shared 112 different articles. Then Sean Hannity has shared like 69 articles. So you can find people like that. And then you can use the filters. Let's say you want to find journalists who are like creating content or sharing content on coronavirus, and then we have this journalists. Like, so these are all the journalists. Like we have like more than 400 journalists who have shared content on this. So you want to do some outreach for your product or something where you want to find your journalists who have exactly shared or like created content about this topic, then you can click on view shared links and then find what they've shared, and then you can go about it. So this is influencer search, shared content. And then there is also let's again, I'm doing, let's say, screenwriter. I'll do like say top authors. So who are all the authors that have shared content, who have written articles having the word screenwriter in them? And then you can see there are like 800 plus authors. So how we get this information is we get from the website content where they've shared it. So let's say this ew.com has this word, this thing where a screenwriter is mentioned. So if you look at the content, right, you will see like here it was written by Rachel Yang. So we get this information from there, and it has gotten like a lot of shares. So you can find a lot of authors, like there are like more than 800 authors, real authors from websites who have actually created this content, and which has also gotten a lot of shares. So you can reach out to them, and then this is very good for guest posts, or like if you want, like if they're influential, if you want them to share your content, you can do that. So that is top authors. And then we also have the Facebook search mode, where you can search on Facebook for any viral content, and then you can find what's actually doing really well on Facebook. Here there are two modes. One is post mode and then page mode. So post is you search for a keyword or topic, and in page mode you look for top performing content for a particular page. So let's say if viral content, if you want, like you see like a lot of content will have the word, like say amazing, or like say street food, right? So let's do street food. So street food in the last 1 year. So these are all the top shared content in the last 1 year with the word street food in it. So you can see this is sorted based on engagement, and this is reactions is the all the likes, aha, and then like all that, right? That is wow, and all that is reactions. And then this is comments, and then there is a number of shares, and we have total engagement for all these articles. You can use the time filter, and then you can actually use it to. I need to link my Facebook account, and then you can actually because it's the first time I'm logging in. So once you use the time filter, you can also see the recent articles. Let me quickly log in so that I'm able to show all the results. Just a second. Okay, so I'm now authorized, so it can start pulling data. So here I have like 3 months, so I can see like all this content for street food. And then you can see the actual, you click on view original post, you can save the post to your project. And then you can also click on view original post, where you can actually like click on the post and then see the post opening on Facebook. Like say I'm clicking on this, so you can see like this has been shared by Singapore Airlines, and this has gotten a lot of shares, and then you can see a lot of engagement. So this is something that you can see. And then so we have like, you can also if you want to see status or image, or like video or link, you can do like whatever you want, right? So you can see how many like you can see like different types of posts. One thing that is coming up here is language filter. We are working on it. It will be rolled out pretty soon. So you can see like there are like some content, mixed content from other languages as well. Right now there is no option to filter them out. So right now you may have to export and then filter it out, which is not a great way of doing it. So we are working on a language filter with which once you apply the filter, you will be able to have only like say content from a specific language. And then you can analyze posts. So by analyze posts, again, like same way like insights, right? So we analyze the number of all the posts that's available in that particular time frame, and then we give like what type of content is working well. Again, you will use a credit when you do analyze for a particular keyword or when you do a page. Again, like I said, you will be doing it only like once in a while, not frequently, because you need some time for this to change, right? Because let's say you analyze today, we have analyzed 10,600 posts. Maybe tomorrow you will post like maybe you'll analyze maybe 100 more or like 200 or 300 more posts. It depends on the keyword. And then so that overall this data may not change. So you can actually do like for this keyword, you can see like what is the reaction split, how has been the shares, what are the most popular content, and then how has been the sentiment. So you can see like for street food, most of it has been like neutral or positive. Negative is very, very less. And these are all the top shared content. Like these are all the positive content, and then these are all the neutral content. Then like so you can do that. Like you can see that like what is working. And then top pages is pretty interesting. So top pages is basically how it works is these are all the influential pages which have like a lot of following and which have shared content on this particular with this particular keyword. So this is more of like Facebook influencer kind of a feature where you can find which particular Facebook page, like if you want like follow certain pages which are like doing which are sharing a lot of content on your target keyword, then you can do this. Here there are like two modes, description and page post mode. So what it necessarily means is so here I'm looking in the description mode, I'm looking for street food in their body of the sorry, not body, in the Facebook page's description. So here if you look at the page, right, so in the page's description, the about section, they would have mentioned the word street food. So there are like more than 4,000 pages that have mentioned street food in their body, and then in the article description, in their Facebook description. And then for page posts, what you can do is like we look at all the posts that from a particular page sharing this particular content, and then show the pages that are sharing it. So for example, for street food, 9gag seems to be sharing content. So you click on view posts, and then you can see like these are all the couple of posts shared by 9gag on having the word like street food in the content. So based on that, you can find influential posts. Similarly, you can do page mode. There is page mode where you can find most viral content from a particular page. Let's say, for example, I want to do New York Times. So you can find like these are all the popular content from New York Times in the last 1 year. So there are more than 6,000 posts from New York Times. So like so for any given page, if you want to find what's been popular, this is the best way to go about, because there is no other way. For let's say if you want to find you have a competitor and you want to find they're doing really well on Facebook, the last 1 month, what was their best post? If you want to find that, it's like taking a sneak peek into their insights in Facebook insights, right? So you can find exactly like what has worked for them, and you can see like exactly like what has like I mean how shares has happened and all that. Similarly, analyze page is same way. We just like number crunch, take all that data, and then we show like what is the total number of posts, best day to post, and all that, like however whatever you saw in the this thing. Again, for analyze page, you will be using up one credit. So in the explore post pages, like we have a feature where you can actually, let's say we track a lot of we track pages that have a lot of more than 100,000 fans. So because we are interested in more popular pages, sometimes let's say you are interested in a page which has like say 5,000 likes, and then we are not having it in our database. In that case, if you like say just type it out, let's say I'm going to type out something, and then there is no result, you just hit enter, and then it's going to show you this error message. You just click here, and then you can add your own Facebook page here, and then it will be added to our database, and then you can start seeing results. Like you need to just come and check back after like few minutes, or like, I mean, maybe after a couple of hours for it to process, and then you will see data for your page. So that is pretty much for Facebook search. And then when you go to dashboard, again you go to projects. So you can see like this is a particular article I shared, right? So I can now like easily like go, and then I can have like, say I've saved an influencer, so you can see that influencer. I can say I saved an article, so you can see that. So pretty much, I think this is a overview of Social Animal. I've just walked you through all the use cases. So so I've just noted down some, like I'm just going to read some like what are the potential use cases, because I so that I don't forget anything. Like you can find good like, for example, like research and insights. Like you can identify content that is working, and then you can get a knowledge of the industry trends, and then you can establish content benchmarks, and then when you can be alerted on like when new content is published in your particular industry. And then you can do content creation. When content if you're creating content, you can actually discover ideas for content, and then you can demonstrate thought leadership by looking at what content is working and maybe creating content around it, so that you showcase yourself as a thought leader. And then you can optimize your content. Like say you can optimize the content length, you can optimize the content type, you can optimize headlines, so that it kind of like based on that you can actually do things. I mean, you can produce better content that can be shared more. And then curation and aggregation, you can like actually curate content where you can find good content, and then you can identify influential authors, and then you can share interesting content, so that you can keep your social media feeds active. And then you can find influencers, and then you can segment audience by location, and then you can find like, I mean, you can find influencers quickly, and then you can also like they follow them, and then you can build a list, and then you can export them for further analysis. And then competitor research is something where you can actually find all the sites that are publishing content in your niche, or like in your that is getting a lot of like shares and then engagement. And then you can actually see like what's working for a competitor, and then you can review their content approach, and then you can benchmark their performance, and then you can also see exactly who shared your competitors content, so that you can reach out to them. And then identify when you are distributing content, right? It can also, Social Animal can also help you when you're distributing content. Say you want to identify the best network to share. Let's say if a lot of chatter is going on in Twitter, maybe you should go and share on Twitter, something like that. And then best days to publish, and then find influencers who you can reach out to, who can amplify your content, and all that. And then you can monitor your brand, you can monitor your competitor mentions, you can react quickly and adjust, and then like do things, so that when something happens, or a mention happens, you can quickly go and then like take action. And then review and analytics is also, it can help. Like you can benchmark content performance, compare domain performance, find top domains and authors and all that. So pretty much, I think this is the only, like the main use cases are content marketing and social media marketing. And you can actually like one other thing which I haven't shown is like headline analyzer, right? So let's do coronavirus. So we have like a headline analyzer feature, where you can actually like analyze headlines and see like why something is like so this, again, for headline analyzer you will be using your credit. So it shows some interesting information on the headline, like say your content length and your title length, and then your words, what type of words you're using, what type of content, and then is it like what type of like words you are using in the headline, why is it working, and all that. So this is something you can do to understand like what's for this you will be using again one credit. Other than that, you can also track URLs. You can upload URLs to track, so that let me take this example itself. So let's say I want to track the performance of let's say I have published this article, and I want to track like what type of content has been like actually like doing I published it, and now I want to benchmark like how is it performing on social media. What I can do is I can just like add it to tracked URLs. So I go to dashboard, I go to projects, and then in this, I'm going to add articles to track, and then I can upload a URL here. I then click upload, and then it'll take like a few minutes for it to show up. So yeah, so you can see like, so you can see this content, right? So which got like added. So basically you can track like whether it's performed, and then you can see like saved articles versus tracked articles and all that. So that is for tracked URL. So this is number of tracked URLs depends on the number of codes you get. Pretty much, I think that's it when it comes to.
Let's go ahead and answer some of these questions in the Q&A real quick.
Sure, yeah, I'll do that.
All right, so the first one is, how do you manage the logical operators such do a search for example, Alzheimer and France? Because it looks like you can only get or in the keywords from what the user saw. So how do you manage logical operators such Google does it in its advanced search mode?
Sure, yeah. So that's a great question. So here you can do, actually it's and by default when you do two keywords, right? So we do a title search. So what happens is that if I do Alzheimer and then France, it naturally does a and operator. So you don't have like Alzheimer articles with Alzheimer and France in the, I hope Alzheimer spelling is correct. So Alzheimer and let's say old, like I'll do old. Oops. Okay, my Alzheimer spelling was wrong. So Alzheimer, and then let's do France. So you can see like also all these articles have Alzheimer and France in their title. So you can do like Alzheimer France. So you can see like Alzheimer France, Alzheimer France. So this is something you can do with the and operator. And then you can also do something called deep search. So what happens is that when you do deep search, you can actually look for a particular keyword inside the article body. So that is very powerful. And then we also have a negative search option. Let's say you don't want a particular keyword, you can actually put like say, let's say I don't want articles that's having France. So it will just remove articles with France, and then it will show these results.
Wonderful. All right, next question is, will it remember deep searches and domains that I'm constantly going to, like add a drop down to expedite the deep searches I do every day?
Sorry, we don't have that right now. Like if you think that is going to be useful, I would recommend adding it to our roadmap, which is available. I've linked it from the deal page. You add it, and then maybe we can, like, if a lot of people show interest, we can do that. Like, I mean, where you can like keep on going to a particular website. I mean, particular deep search, and then you can repeatedly do that search.
Is there is the quickly search screen all the contents that the user puts there? Like, is it populated with their most searched options?
Actually, no. Right now, we are not populating it. We just like have like some like we just like hand curated some topics. But that's actually a very good suggestion. We can actually probably do that. We can. I'll make note of this. We can actually do that. Like, why not like populate?
Excellent. Thank you.
Quick search. Yeah, that's actually very good. Just making note of it.
Is there an option to get the alerts via RSS instead of email?
No, we only have daily digest emails. We do not have RSS integration right now. But if you, again, if it is of interest, we are already like trying to add a feature where you can submit RSS feeds so that we can process content from them. That is something that is in the works. We are not doing the opposite, where you get an RSS feed for a particular keyword. But again, if there is enough demand, we will be happy to do it.
Wonderful. Can you give our viewers today an idea of how many credits you used during the walkthrough?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think I would have used like I mean, people usually worry too much about credits. I'm very certain, like, they will not be using a lot. See, here I've used 5 credits today in my walkthrough. I'm using
Okay.
AppSumo account. I just wanted to use one code account to show the demo. So I've added 3 URLs to track, and I have used 5 analyzed credits. So for typical usage, I think yeah, if it is an agency customer, or if somebody is like having like a lot of analysis to do, then they may need more. But otherwise, like, they may not need a lot. And also, for if they are analyzing one keyword, they may not be using it again and again, because it needs some time to, like, data to come in, and then you see a difference. Let's say I'm analyzing a keyword today, and if I'm analyzing tomorrow, I'm going to see almost the exact same thing. So what is the point in analyzing?
Absolutely. All right. So the last thing that I'm going to ask you is, can you tell us a little bit about what's on the roadmap and where Sumo Links can go ahead and see that?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, I've linked it from there, from the. I'll show you on the deal page. In the pinned post, I like kind of like added a link to our roadmap. So we already got some suggestions, and actually we even like implemented a few. Like, one particular user asked some TLD filters from Singapore, and then we like Hong Kong actually, and we added that Hong Kong TLD filters after the deal went live. So if like, so you can see like some people have like suggested these features, and this was done. So we are trying to like do things which are like, if it's easy to do, then we will do it like almost immediately. If it's going to take some time, then we'll need some time, and then we'll do it. And then we also have this other things, like, say we are working on a content idea generator. We want to do Zapier integration, and we are working on a cool trending feature. That is, I'm more excited about that. It's going to be like, we, for any given here right now, whatever I showed, you had to put in a keyword and find trending content. But with this trending feature, you will be able to find trending content without in real time, without having to put any keyword. So what will happen is, let's say it'll show you like all the recent content, and there will also be categories. So we are working on some categories, like, say, business, sports, technology, things like that, so that you can click on sports and then see what's trending on sports. So that is going to be rolled out for everyone. And I am actually pretty excited about this feature, because it's like coming up really well. The only reason why it's taking time is the feature is built out, but we are actually doing some like machine learning to actually categorize the articles on the fly. So when an article comes in, we want to identify what this is about. Is it about sports? Is it about technology? So we are training that. The training data, I'm not happy with the accuracy right now. So that's why I'm just waiting for the accuracy to improve, and then we will launch it.
Awesome. Thank you much. Thank you so much for walking us through this product. Yes, everybody, that a few people have asked, you will be able to receive a recording of this. It's also going to go up on YouTube. Hello, everybody watching the YouTube land. And thank you so much for joining us today. Sumo Links, if you've already redeemed your code for Social Animal, I highly recommend that you head over to appsumo.com/social-animal, or it's under browse right now. It's starting at just $69, and it's backed, of course, by AppSumo's 60-day guarantee. So feel free to get set up, play around with it, see what works for you. Let us know in the comments what you're doing, and if you have any questions, of course, you can leave those on the AppSumo deal page. We look forward to seeing what you create. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Have a good day. Yeah. Bye.